Films such as The Phantom of the Opera, Pan's Labyrinth, Planet of the Apes, and The Fly have brought us many memorable special effects makeup looks that have helped to shape the industry into the world of magical creature creation that we know and love today. My name is Anna Webb, and I'm here to take you through the evolution of special effects makeup in film. We'll head back and take a knock on the door of the man of 1,000 faces, Mr. Lon Chaney, in the year 1923. Chaney was the mastermind behind, well, himself. His most memorable transformations were that of his own canvas, when he had to turn his own face into the characters of the Phantom in The Phantom of the Opera, and Quasimodo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. While the method of the Phantom's makeup is debated about as frequently as the flat earth theory by some that Chaney used a piece of fish skin to create the shape of the Phantom's nose, in truth, Chaney commented, "In The Phantom of the Opera, people exclaimed at my rude makeup. I achieved the death's head of that role without wearing a mask. It was the use of paints in the right shades and the right places, not the obvious parts of the face, which gave the complete illusion of horror. It's all a matter of combining paints and lights to form the right illusion." So alas, no seafood snacks for the production staff after that shoot. However, things do take a turn for the more interesting as far as makeup goes as we travel onto the set of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, the techniques Chaney used to achieve Quasimodo's full look are very similar to the techniques that you'll see me using off to the side here. However, since Spirit Halloween is a Halloween store and not a professional SFX makeup supply store, we are making do. For the cheeks, Chaney would lay spirit gum as his adhesive, follow that with a layer of cotton, and on top of that, a layer of something called rigid collodion, a very intense skin sealer. To give you an idea of what these actors were putting on their skin, collodion is a flammable, syrupy solution of nitrocellulose in ether and alcohol. There are two basic types, flexible and non-flexible. The flexible type is often used as a surgical dressing or to hold dressings in place. When painted on the skin, collodion dries to form a flexible nitrocellulose film. He would use these three things to build up the cheeks to his desired size, and the sturdiness of these prosthetics allowed them to be reused over multiple days of filming. Chaney also wore a hunch made from plaster that weighed approximately 15 to 20 pounds. This hump was held in place by a leather harness that attached at the waist and had straps at the shoulders that attached to the belt, keeping Chaney in a hunched position. He also wore a rubber suit covered in hair over this harness in the pillory scene to give Quasimodo a more animal-like appearance. While this is not something I'll be demonstrating in this video, I have been given the, shall we say, exciting opportunity to wear a suit over harnesses, and I must say that Chaney was really putting in work to achieve the effects the team was after, as that was not a pleasant experience for myself, and I cannot assume for Chaney either. Yes, there is a 5-point harness under that circus performer suit, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Moving forward a few years, our next stop is 1932, where Jack Pierce used a similar technique of layering collodion and spirit gum over linen bandages to create his famous character from The Mummy. This method of layering collodion and spirit gum with some form of cotton was commonplace for special effects makeup for many, many years, until production teams discovered life casting. Life casts are a plaster mold of an actor or model's face that allows a makeup artist to sculpt directly on the surface with clay to achieve the perfect look. The clay creations on these life casts are later used to make a negative of the sculpt, and this negative is used to create the prosthetic. This process allowed for makeup artists like V. Neal, Bud Westmore, Rick Baker, and so many more to bring the creatures in our favorite films to life. Such films as Planet of the Apes, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and my personal favorite, Mrs. Doubtfire, would not have been possible the way that we know them without the tedious and rewarding process of life casting. Entertainment itself as we know it today would not be the same without the dedication and contributions of these artists. I hope you've enjoyed this journey through the history of special effects makeup in film, and that this video will cause you to look just a little bit closer at some of your favorite on-screen characters. This project has been a truly enjoyable one to put together. Again, my name is Anna Webb, and thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy.